Good afternoon, I'm Will Chang, and you are watching The Will Chang Factor on CNN, where you get 24-hour live news coverage of today's top news stories. In today's story, oops, she's done it again. Britney Spears has shaved her head yet again, but no, she hasn't gone crazy. This time it's for a movie role, for Star Wars Returns, for the umpteenth time. In other news, President Bush has decided to pull troops out of Iraq due to Americans' fear of terrorism arising in the United States. Ever since the World Trade Center and Pentagon terrorist attacks on September 11, 2001, the nation has focused attention on the need for accurate information about terrorist activities to prevent similar catastrophes in the future. Today's topic focuses on securities and different database issues. Will bringing these databases together help prevent crime and terrorist attacks in the future? Here to discuss more on the terrorism concerns is Mr. Eric Guerrero from the Department of Homeland Security. Mr. Guerrero is joining us live from Washington, D.C. Good afternoon, Mr. Guerrero. Thank you for joining us here today.
Good afternoon, Will. How are you today?
I'm good, Eric. Could you tell us more about the new agency called Homeland Security?
It compromises, it's a group of agencies that track terrorists and suspect terrorists. These 22 agencies are only part of the 146 agencies we have that are involved with law enforcement. Each agency has a different system, and they are incompatible with each other.
And how much would it cost to connect all the agencies into one?
Well, it's a project that will connect all agencies. It will take about 5 years and will cost over $15 billion.
$15 billion? Dios mío! What is the $15 billion being spent on?
Yes, it's a lot of money we're talking about. All the money is being spent on, to bring databases together to make it easier for us to collect and use data. The Department of Homeland Security is hiring analysts with high security clearances to help maintain databases and help. It will help to keep track to all people who is on the watch list.
Also joining us is Will Smith from the FBI, with us here to discuss some of the issues they are facing and what they are planning on doing to resolve those issues. Good afternoon, Will. Thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Good afternoon, Will. It's my pleasure to join you today.
Will, tell me a little bit about the Federal Bureau of Investigation's databases.
All right. Over the years, the FBI has created 5 critical but independent investigative application systems, each storing its data differently. These databases are considered the backbone of the FBI systems. However, the problem lies within the fact that because it is within the same organization, there's usually different names, codes, and formats, which becomes a big problem.
Are these database systems reliable and current in technology?
The database systems are archaic and tend to use a lot more paperwork, which is what the FBI continues to rely on as their main tool. On top of that, technology being out of date, members of the FBI can't access information at their desk for security reasons.
Now, are there search engines capable of handling the type of searches necessary to make?
Actually, Will, the search engines that the FBI uses are not equipped for extensive searches. It allows only small, single-word searches.
Has the FBI made any changes regarding updating their technology?
Alright, in 2002, the FBI finally updated their software and computers to allow agents to surf the web and to use commercial data services and email. Congress allocated $379 million to update the FBI systems and has already installed 21,000 desktop computers, more than 3,000 printers, and nearly 1,500 scanners. In addition, it has linked 622 FBI offices to high-speed, important software projects.
Well, thank you, Will, for taking the time to educate our viewers a little more on the issues related to the FBI. This segment has been brought to you by the makers of Geico. Did you just save a ton of money on your car insurance? Are we back? No. Okay, we're back. Thanks again for joining us this afternoon. We have with us today a special guest from the Immigration and Naturalization Service, Ms. Andrea Cordova. Ms. Cordova, thank you for coming in today to discuss some of the major issues that the INS has.
Well, hello there, Will.
What are the issues that need to be resolved in your organization to combat terrorism?
I'm sorry, Will. I can't get to you. I can't hear you. Can you repeat that again, please?
Sure. What are the issues that need to be resolved in your organization to combat terrorism?
Well, Will, there are a lot of issues that need to be resolved in order to combat terrorism. One of the major data management problems involved in bringing together the data needed to combat terrorism is that a lot of our systems need to be updated. They need to be integrated and current.
Now, the INS seems to be having a lot of problems lately. Could you please tell us about the management, organization, and technological issues that you have?
Well, our federal organization is having serious database problems. The INS fails to maintain a database system that is both integrated and current. We are estimating about 500 million people entering the U.S. After September 11th, we couldn't even keep track of all the people entering the United States. We couldn't locate 45% of the aliens that the FBI wanted to question about terrorism.
Now, it is rumored that the INS lost track of 4,334 aliens from countries where Al-Qaeda is known to operate. Is that true?
Yes, well, sadly but true, we have lost track and records of 4,334 aliens from different countries.
I am shocked at the fact that the INS could not keep track of all the people entering the United States.
Yes, well, the reason for that is we have 16 separate database systems to capture data on aliens, including a non-immigration information system, an asylum pre-screening system, an arrival departure information system, a student exchange visitor information system, a student in school system, a deportable alien control system, and a refugee asylum and parole system. We don't update all databases that contain alien address information, and we don't have the ability to update address information in the non-immigration information system. Our databases don't even distinguish between aliens with the same names. Just recently, in 2002, the INS formed a task force to find ways to centralize and improve its alien address systems.
If the INS is not current on updating the list, how are they able to combat terrorism?
The United States still lacks an accurate, up-to-date watch list of suspected terrorists and their supporters that it is the most essential tool for combating international terrorism.
As a consultant for a federal government, what might you recommend for solving this problem?
Well, first of all, the systems need to be connected to each other, and this would create a more efficient allocation of technology and databases. That would help agencies to work faster and well organized. The design of a better software with more memory capabilities that could carry more information with an intelligent recognition of every state agency, and this will reduce the time of overall process in each bureau.
Mr. Smith, as a consultant for the federal government, what might you think is an important goal to achieve?
The most important aspect that we need is accurate information, first and foremost. Secondly, we need to reduce the task of every agency as single individuals and to bring them together as one. We need the cooperation among state, local, and federal agencies, and several databases merging into one single database.
Do you, Eric, believe that an important aspect of Department of Homeland Security would be to update the technology?
Yes, I believe that updating technology plays a major role in keeping current and staying, in line with things. Technology helps cut down so much time, which is, as you know, essential when you are employed by the federal government. We are striving to find ways in which we're able to keep ourselves on top of things and definitely provide our citizens with an environment they deserve. No?
Well, thank you, Andrea, Will, and Eric, for your invaluable time, and we hope to see you back on Will Chang Factor on CNN. This is Will Chang saying goodbye and Godspeed. Peace out.